Welcome back, everyone. It's the Bourbon Judge. Oh boy, do we have ourselves a topic for today. But before we dive into this, real quick, I want to say I need some help pushing to 20,000 subscribers. So people come up to me all the time if I'm at a liquor store in Kentucky, anywhere like in the whiskey community, and people are like, Judge, I watch your channel all the time, but I haven't subscribed, but I love watching the channel. So hook a brother up. Ask you to go ahead and first and foremost hit the subscribe button as well as the bell so you get notification each and every time I release new content. Cool. So I appreciate that first and foremost. Next thing is I did a lot of people say you should start up a Facebook page just to kind of keep people updated like on things that are happening with the channel. So that is fully launched. So check me out over on Facebook as well under the Bourbon Judge. So really excited to kind of kick that off. All right. So today's episode, oh boy, this might be one of the, I think it probably will be honestly, one of the most controversial topics I've ever had on the channel. Yes. So the topic is Elijah Craig and Larceny, the barrel proof that come out these 3 times per year, various different releases. Are they played out? Are they played out? While I discuss that, I'm gonna go ahead and pour a little of these. So which one am I pouring of the Larceny? So I'm pouring C923 from Larceny. And I think, let's see which one I'm gonna pour for Elijah Craig. I'm just gonna pour the one that's closest to me. This is from this year, A124. All right, so how did this all come about? This is A124. I was at a liquor store recently, and someone came up to me and they're like, Judge, you're excited for the B releases for Elijah Craig and Larceny, right? Are you excited for the next release in short? And I was like, honestly, not really. I'm not really too excited for them because, more and more I think about it, I'm like, I just keep wondering myself, like how different are they really going to be, right? I mean, they come out 3 times per year. When they come out, don't get me wrong, everyone, including myself, I loved C923 for Elijah Craig. And I mean, I love C923 for Elijah Craig. It was amazing. It was truly one of my top whiskeys for 2023. But other than that one release, all the others from 2020, from 21, 22, even the earlier ones from 23 were all just, they were good. Don't get me wrong. They were all really good, but they weren't really that like unique and different. The other releases like back in the day, the 2019s, the 2020s of Elijah Craig, were always amazing, the early releases. And Larceny, they're always pretty decent. They don't really ever kind of, make me get too excited, but they're always pretty decent as a whole. So when someone said to me, Judge, are you excited for the next batch, the B524s for these to come out? Are you excited for them? My honest answer was, not really. I'm really not. So what happens for the Judge? You might be wondering, why, like what's kind of causing this, Judge? So I think of a couple of things. Like when I'm in the store and I see that the B releases come out for Elijah Craig as well as Larceny, there's a couple of things that kind of happen in my head. Number one, I'm wondering how different are these releases going to be from the most recent release, like from A124 and the one before that. That's the first thing. The second thing is, especially like for Elijah Craig, I'm wondering, can I just go ahead and get a single barrel release at a local store that might be just as good as the current release, if not even better? There's typically not Larceny single barrel releases, but Elijah Craig releases, I mean, they're, at least in the East Coast, they're at almost every big liquor store out there. You can get a single barrel release of an Elijah Craig release. So that's the second thing. The next thing is number 3 is, what else should I be buying? Maybe that's even a better quality whiskey, like from a craft distillery, something that is at least different. Maybe I haven't had it before, but a good friend has told me about it. And I'm wondering, maybe I should go ahead and support this local craft distillery versus like this huge, big conglomerate of Heaven Hill. And then last thing, number 4, what goes through my head when I'm thinking about buying one of these new releases is also the fact of the price of these. They keep going up just a little bit each and every release. $3, $5, $70. So it's like, at some point, like almost like enough is enough. Don't get me wrong. I know there's older age stated whiskey, whatever the age is. Sometimes it used to be 12 years. Now it changes. So the last one for A124 was 10 years and 9 months. So it's older. So it deserves a higher price point. But I'm just like, you're not really changing up that much. Like, why should I just keep buying, honestly, the same thing with a slightly different variation of it? Honestly, that's what goes through my head. While I dive into this, real quick, 3 quick easy favors. Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, drop me a comment. Let me know what are your thoughts about Elijah Craig versus Larceny, and whether or not if all these different releases are overhyped and kind of played out. And last but not least, please make sure you all subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you get notification each and every time I release new content. Cool? Cheers. Pretty good, but not too different than the last release. All right, now moving over to Larceny. Let's check out Larceny. Very good product, but doesn't taste too different than the other release from Larceny. All right, so for me, when I think about Elijah Craig Barrel Proof as well as Larceny Barrel Proof, again, I'm here to say they are great products. I'm not saying that they're bad products. They're not. They're great, excellent products. But for me personally, each and every release that comes out is honestly the same kind of thing as the last version. I think they're definitely great whiskey, good price point. I'm not too excited about the price going up and up, but it's still at the point even right now where it's still palatable, right? The price is still palatable, but it's definitely going up to the point where it's like, I don't know if I should keep buying this, because if I have another version of it, maybe I should just see, you know what, forget it, buy something different. So that for me is kind of where I'm at right now. I'm at the point now where I think I'm gonna be focusing a little bit more on craft distilleries than focusing on buying the same thing that I had the last batch and the last batch. And guess what? The last batch. Hey, until the next time, folks, peace, cheers, and most important, salute. Take care.